All right, welcome back. Today we're going to talk a little bit about our place and one of our main customers, our building supply company. For our wood portable buildings, we have our client, Mr. Danco Buildings. His main plant's out of Mississippi. I'm going to show you today about some of his concepts on how he builds his buildings. When you walk inside of his building, you're going to see his 5/8 ton group plywood. He also does the 3/4 option. Underneath that, what you can't see, but is there, it's 2x6 treated wood runners. You put those 16 inches apart. We can also do them 12 inches apart. And below that, it's notched 1 inch in. It's 4x6 treated runners. Those are all treated for wood, rot, and termite. Comes with 25-year warranty on all those. Every floor joist is 16 or 12 inches apart. Those are hurricane clipped. That gives our 150 wind rating. We also use galvanized ring-shaped nails throughout the building. They're galvanized so they won't rust, they won't fall apart. You basically have to destroy these buildings to take them apart. They're coated so the treated wood doesn't eat up the metal, and they also have ridges on the screws and the nails, which works like screws, keeps the building from falling apart, keeps it from rusting, and keeps its 150 wind rating. One of the differences between our flooring and everybody else's flooring, go inside normal buildings and you see normal shed companies other than Danco. The flooring looks like it's painted, kind of looks like a paper look to it. Ours looks like the plywood. It's a little bit darker because it's treated. What you don't see underneath is this, particle board, smart board, different names for it. Over here in Louisiana and southern bad weather places, the more you get to this underneath, make this get soft, fall apart. Definitely something you don't want in your buildings around here. The same principle with your wall panels. You go inside of a building, it looks nice and pretty on the outside. You go inside, it looks like the same as the particle board inside. You're going to have the same theory on whenever the weather gets hold of this thing. Do they look the same? On the outside, sure do. This is a normal shed right here. On the inside, you see this stuff, particle board. Like I said, once you get to this thing, it's going to eventually fall apart over time. 3 options for our wall panels at Danco. We have what's called the Oraco. It's our paintable board. It's a little bit rough texture, as you can tell. It's a layered board, and on the inside it looks like plywood, none of that particle board stuff. Another option, same cost as our Oraco board, is the treated T111. Has the same treatment as the flooring. It's a rough textured board too, but it's stained honey gold color. It's also layered just like that, and it has a plywood look on the inside. Want a better upgrade? We have what's called our door temp board. Commercial grade board is paintable option. It's a little bit smoother than the Oraco. It's slightly a little bit thicker. Has a better commercial grade warranty on it, and it's also a layered board. This is a little sample of what our building's gonna look like on the inside, or the way they totally construct it. Most of your panels are 4x8, which make up your walls. When you get up to the top and you have your little up taper, makes your little pitch for your roof. It's usually two segments of boards touching together. With Danco, you get the trim on most sheds, you'll see it coming across. And you have the little grooves in the boards, usually about 4 to 8 inches apart. In those grooves, you can get water over time from the outside going down inside. What Danco does is puts what's called a little Z-trim on the side between its boards. Keeps the water from going down and getting inside the boards and rotting them from the inside. Danco's buildings are all rated for risk category 2. In most sheds, you'll see the 2x4 studs in the walls. Those will make a little L shape in the corner. His, which makes it the same build as the house, which is risk category 2, is built with 4 boards. We got 3 going across and 1 coming across, which makes a great little corner section for you doing your sheeting and sheetrock on the inside, or panels, whatever you feel like doing if you decide to turn this into a home. Sturdy, engineer certified for risk category 2. 2x4 studs, we put those 6 inches apart. Every third one, we double it up. That's why these panels on the outside overlap, and we use the galvanized nails throughout the building to secure them in place. On top of the 2x4 studs, you got the same 2x4s on top of that. They're double plated. It's a double plate system. The 2x4 at the top creates the eave that sticks out on the side of each of our buildings. We don't use the square vent system anymore. We use this called soft vent system. On the outside of the building where the eave sticks out, we have a little trim that goes underneath, covers up the holes that I'm going to show you on the inside. Keeps any bugs and stuff from getting from the outside inside of your building. This is your eave. This is a soft vent system. A trim board's notched so it can hold one side of the thing. The soft vent, and on top of the wall panels goes the other side. This covers up your holes that you see from underneath the eave from inside the building. These breathe like the building breathe. Keeps the building about 15 degrees cooler than the ones with the little square vents in the front and the back. We also have in the center a centered roof vent, which is screened off to keep bugs getting in from that side. Lets the building breathe, keeps it about 15 degrees cooler, and it works with our roofing system. We have 5/8 roofing material that goes up in the roof, or we can actually do plywood if you want to prefer that. And on those materials, we can have what's called a radiant barrier. It's a film added to the roof boards. It's actually classified as a heat reflector. Keeps the building about another 5 to 7 degrees cooler, which totally your whole building will be about 15 to 20 degrees cooler than your standard portable sheds. Truss boards for our gable roof run across. Typically, they make the little triangle shape. Dango does sometimes, per request, can do his V shape. He pushes it up a little bit. So where instead of having a triangle, your board's elevated in the middle. Gives you a little bit more headspace, especially if you're going to turn it into a house. There's room to put some ceiling fans, some lights, so you won't end up hitting your head. Those are double strapped on both sides, which is great. The truss board is also hurricane clip, just like the floor joists, using the same galvanized ring sheet nails throughout the building. Here's your soffit vent on a lofted barn. The hole is notched on a lofted barn, so it can breathe in through the side. And the center is roof vent, which lets the airflow through. Soffit vent system is also on our gable roof style. You can tell, you can kind of see the light coming in through the sides. And the center is roof vent. Air still flowing in through the sides. Keeps that building 15 degrees cooler. If the wood panel option is not something in your preference, we do have the metal skins. That metal skin was our premium, economy style, and this will be our premium style. You kind of see the sheeting running up and down. Those economy style built with the studs 24 inches apart, single plate at the top, with the skirting just outside the 2x4s. The panels on the premium metal, those are built same as these, 6 inches apart. See the wall panels outside the 2x4 studs, and outside the wall will be your vertical ran metal sheeting. We offer free delivery within 50 miles of any of our dealerships. We set it up, provide the foundation. A lot of people like to go a little bit higher in case you're in a flood zone or you want to turn it to house so you can have room for your plumbing. Whatever type of blocks you want to use, but we prefer the solid blocks at the bottom and some cinder blocks on top. That'll kind of give you elevation that you kind of need on the building. We have the ground anchoring capability system. This is a setup right here. Set up just like a mobile home, has the 3-foot auger looking anchors, and then we run the straps across the runners. So your ward panel, this is your T111 rough wood. It only comes in this color, it's honey gold. We go with the 4-space grooves. Same principle with the Oracle. It's a rough textured paintable board. 4 spaces on the grooves, layered board. And this is our door temp. It's more smooth, paintable. Same theory, 4-inch spacing on the grooves. All of them have the same plywood look on the inside. Lofted barn style usually comes with the 6-foot walls with your shelves on the inside. Gives you a little bit of overhead storage or an attic, whatever you got in mind to do with that area. Gives you a lot of clearance in the center. You put taller objects. Want to get fancy, you can do the cathedral ceiling type look. We also do buildings with porches on them, called our cabins. We do them on the ends, we do them on the sides, so it's coming to gable roof style and the lofted barn style. Doors, we got wooden doors, single. We got 4-foot, 3-foot, 4-foot, 72-inch, which is 6-foot. We got 96-inch. Window-wise, we got 2x3s and single, which is 1 sheet at the top, 1 at the bottom. And we have them in double pane, which is 2 sheets at the top, 2 at the bottom. We have those in the 2x3 version, the 3x3 version. We also have 3x5 house windows. Those only come in double pane. Your standard built online inventory buildings usually come with a 5/8 tongue and groove plywood flooring, treated. We do have an upgrade option of 3/4. You can do that for all the flooring. Same thing with the roof truss. Those are usually 2x4s strapped. We also can do a 2x6, which is the same as these boards here underneath the loft, 2x6s. And it's also your floor joists. Back to doors. If you want a house door, we have the solid door version of this, and this is called a 9-light window door. It has 9 panes of glass to look to it. We have that option for a regular house door style too. All our doors lock, so they come with keys. The walk-in doors and the wooden doors all have locks. As you can tell, the wood doors are pretty solid. 2x4 throughout. We also have the straps because they're pretty heavy. Helps hold it up. Commercial style hinges that hold up the weight. The windows do open in the latch version, which means they go open in small steps, depending on how high you want to raise the window. So make it a little more convenient for you. We also come with the screening, which overall our doors and windows, we do have headers, which is a risk category 2 building factor, kind of like your house has. This is a emergency capability in case the roof decides to cave in and someone's inside. This structure would help support some of the roof in the area where it's caving in at, giving you enough time to get outside the building. Here's our anchors, not in the ground, so you can see what they look like. Look like the end of an auger. And we run our boat through here with the straps to kind of run it around the runners underneath the 4x6s to help anchor down the building, helps keep secure that 150 wind rating you're going to have with the buildings. So, one of our manufacturers, this guy's name is Danco Buildings. It's Mr. Chris Daniels. I'm one of the salesmen over here in Lake Charles area for Acadian Discount Sales. He does have a site where you can go in and do a 3D builder, put together the building of your dreams. They'll actually give you the cost for it. If you want to get more details, you can give us a call. We do have 3 locations to make it more convenient for you. If Lake Charles seems a little too far for you, we do have an office in Carencro at 3601 Northwest Evangeline Thruway. We also have a location in New Iberia. So you can come on by, talk to us, check us out. You want to give me a call directly in Lake Charles. My number is 337-281-1187. You want to give a Carencro a lot of call. The number is 337-281-1189. And if you want to call the New Iberia location, his number is 337-579-1232. That's our personal cell, so you can reach us anytime. We also have business lines. If you want to go to our site, you can go to metalcorporatesales.com. That'll let you look at our wood buildings and also if you're interested in our metal, which we also sell too, you can check out that from that site too. Some examples of our colors for our paint options. We do have a few more. Roof comes in metal, and we also have the shingle option. We have 3 colors in our shingles. We have various colors in our metal roof colors. So if any of this interests you, you want to come pay us a visit. Our office hours are typically Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, and we usually open on Saturdays, 10 to 3. Looking forward to seeing you, servicing you. You can come talk to me and I can get you what you need. We do have available inventory on our lots. We also can build at the plant and deliver, and we can also do any size built on site, even larger than what can be delivered.